What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Main Issues Podcast. I'm Al Taylor. Can also be found at Late AF Gaming on YouTube. Here with the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, and the above average gamer, George J. Williams. And along with Amanda, I don't have nothing for you yet, but I will.
That's my whole life.
How y'all doing?
Oh,
we finally back in the building. We'd have been going.
Yeah, well, not literally in the building, but yeah.
Oh well, yeah, not back. Yeah, we back with a podcast. You know, it's been a whole month.
What?
It's been a whole month.
Yeah. It's been a pretty minute.
Oh, I didn't waste the whole charge of the of the podcast fee.
You know, and I was just telling somebody about that too. I mean, how y'all get that thing everywhere?
Yeah, you gotta to make it easy. You gotta pay a fee to do that to make it easy. Oh, which is so crazy because YouTube is free. I don't understand how they do it. How they afford it. How they do it. Whatever.
Because it's hard to get recognized on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true too. It definitely is. Yeah. So what y'all got going on? Been a minute. We got to catch up.
Well,
I've been spending way too much money on makeup. That's what's what.
I've been spending way too much money.
How much is too much?
About $400.
$400 on makeup.
Mm-hmm. And then it comes out looking like this: a white woman stuck in the fucking 80s. No, I don't know how to do it, but I love to buy it.
Practice makes perfect. You'll figure it out, I'm sure.
I don't know about all that. You know that retro shit in though.
This KKW
glad it had that one extra letter in it. About to say
this lip gloss is the shit, and as much as I hate Kim Kardashian, it's worth it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the KKW. Okay, I get it.
I bought it secondhand. I didn't buy it to put money in her pocket, so just in case anybody wanted to cancel me.
Wait, what? Kim K been canceled?
No, you know she's problematic as fuck.
Oh,
and they've been trying to cancel. They've been trying to cancel her ass. She too good. She too good with that spin.
I mean, I know they've been. I know they tried to, but I thought maybe they finally did it.
Nah, let her have her win. She done won. But me, man, I ain't been doing anything. Unfortunately, I'm an essential worker, so I ain't been off work.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I am an essential worker. But then again, I would love to get this unemployment everybody else is getting. That's more than their regular paychecks. Just to sit at home. Shoot, my YouTube gaming channel have everything on it. I had like 100 videos by the time COVID passed by. And it's like, dang, he been busy. I played everything. But no, that's about it. Waiting on. Oh, today is 4th of July. If anybody watching this, we recording 4th of July. We recording early because everybody know the festivities happen a little later on. So it's we technically started in the morning. Leave that alone. But I brought that up because anybody that knows me knows I'm always talking about my dad's ribs, and anybody who's had them know I'm always talking about my dad's ribs. He bought a $800 smoker/grill recently.
Where's my plate?
With Wi-Fi.
Wait, what?
You put
so it tell you the temperature and everything on the app.
You put the needle in the meat, and it'll transmit what it is. I told my dad, I said, that's not real grilling. He said, the hell it ain't. He was like, I ain't got to come back out here every 20 minutes to check the damn meat. So it sounded good to him. But with that said, he said, okay, well, since since I'm gonna tell you ahead of time, maybe you can get Al a plate finally. Since we kind of missed out last time.
Oh yeah, please give me some ribs. I gotta see.
Yeah, you purposely said, man, make sure you get Al a plate this time.
Man, I was
You
supposed
eating meat?
I bet.
Right.
Yeah. I told y'all that was Lent. I keep saying that. That was Lent. I was not
You
giving up
Catholic?
meat. I was
You
not
lying.
giving up meat forever. No, I'm not Catholic, but it just it's a good excuse to try to do something different. Like, if I would have found it like enjoyable, I'd have kept with it. Just like, man, this week, yeah, the whole 40 days.
Oh, yes.
I would have been cheating like a mug.
So how long has it been
Um,
since
um,
you've eaten meat? Oh, that still don't sound that much better. Uh,
Since you've digested me,
yeah,
ingested me.
ingested meat. That don't even sound that much better.
secretly, it was last night because I made a salad with some fajita
okay.
strips in there. Because I can't.
Wait.
This
Did you
stuff
feed
all
it?
tastes the same.
Yeah, it does. Did you feed it to him?
No, I don't do that.
Okay. That'd be messed up.
Even from a professional standpoint, I would never do that to somebody. But it's all this tofu and this soy stuff. No matter what you do, after a while, it still tastes the same. And I just needed that flavor.
Yeah.
I needed the chew. I needed to fight back when I'm trying to chew it.
And let me see if I can find these.
Fajita strips. You talking on the steak or the chicken?
The steak.
Oh, okay.
EJ's like, oh, it stinks. Open up the window. And I'm like, smell it.
Wait, he don't eat meat at all?
No, he won't. He goes out of his way not to eat it. He'll eat eggs still and like cheese, but meat, I don't know what videos he watched on Facebook, but it really, he says it affected him more than seeing that guy get blown up by the missile.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Whatever he watched.
Like Earthlings or something? You don't know what he watched?
Probably
he
Food
won't
Inc.
He won't show it to me. I'm like, I've seen them all. I might not eat meat for a week, but I'm going right back to it.
Yeah,
they are.
I ain't even stop.
They are nasty, but it's like to the point. I can still put myself away from it. Like I can still be like, yeah, I know they do all that. It's so good.
It's I know Food Inc. was the first video that I heard of like that came out. I saw that, and granted, it is gross. It's horrible, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. My brother has a friend who's a lifelong vegetarian, and we out one time, and I got like a meat lovers pizza. We was at like a pizza place in Atlanta, and he was like, "Man, you eat that meat? You know what they do to it?" I said, "Yes, I do know." Man, no, let me show you. He showed me a video, so I said, "Oh, okay. So this is what we're doing." I said, "I told you I didn't want to see that." He said, "Man, I'm telling you, man, you can't be eating that stuff." So I put up a video of my own. And I told him to watch this. He said, "Man, what the hell?" They do a lot of horrible stuff to vegetables too. Don't be fooled. Your best bet is to grow your own shit.
Yep.
Like people don't
Some
realize
horrible
the
stuff
people
to
that are out
vegetables
there
too.
picking the vegetables and stuff, they don't get bathroom breaks. They're out there shitting and pissing all over your vegetables too. And
not only that, but they chemically treat them so that they look better, even though that just makes them have less vitamins. They inject them with water to make them look plumpier, and they spray them with wax to make them look shinier. It's a bunch of stupid shit they do. So you ain't really no safe unless you're making your own stuff.
If you get today's tomatoes from the store, they're so big, they're flavorless. They taste like nothing. If you go out in the damn field and pick a tomato, it actually tastes like something because it's not covered in bullshit. It's not covered in chemicals. It's natural, and it tastes like the sun.
Wait,
not to mention everything is basically a GMO these days.
Yes, what was it, like 95% of all corn is GMO?
Yep.
It's like, I understand to feed everybody in the world, we're going to need to, and we've been breeding and crossbreeding and doing all kind of stuff with vegetables, but I don't know. I don't like it.
I raised my kids vegetarian. Now it's too late for me though. I can't turn back
It's
now.
late for me.
It's no luck left. It's no hope left for daddy. Just forget me, kids. Just leave me be.
I'm over here trying to find these pictures that I sent y'all in the chat of the Impossible Burgers I tried to make.
Oh,
Like,
those were so bad.
that was terrible. Okay, I got them, but they're not in order. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen for the podcast. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, it seems like it's working. Or it's working okay. Some of the screen cut off. But oh,
That stuff. I'm mad I wasted those $7. EJ liked it, but it tasted like nail polish to me. Avon nail polish.
Okay. So I got the beginning on here. You know what? I think I could have did it through. I don't have them on my computer. I'm looking at them on Facebook. But when I put them in, like, they looked all right in like the meat form. But when I tried to like patty them up, because they come in the pack and it's not like they're not patties, it's just meat, like plain ground beef. But it's like super gritty, like it's a lot more fine, and it doesn't stick together well. So I struggled to like even keep the stuff together to put it in a patty form. And I was already worried then, but then when I put them on the grill, they weren't cooking right. And then it came time to try to flip them. And I couldn't even flip it because everything was stuck because all those little pieces of meat were coming off. And on to I was using a cast iron skillet, and like it just wouldn't come off. So by the time I was done making the burger, it was a gritty mess. Like it was not even a burger anymore. It's crazy. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's some special way you're supposed to be cooking it or what.
Well, that's probably why they got it made different ways. Like you're probably supposed to use that for like spaghetti or something, and then actually use the patties for like burgers and stuff.
No.
Oh no.
It was a freaking burger on the packaging of that Impossible meat. That was why I bought that one. Plus, it was like the only one I could get. I don't think the Impossible meat have like just like the burger, like already patty. Or at least we don't have them in the store. When I bought these, this was the first time I saw them in the store. I had only been getting Beyond Meat before because that was what we had. But to be honest, I can't judge like the burger. Like maybe if I could have gotten to cook like an actual burger, maybe it would have been better. But the way I had to eat it, like the meat itself, like just judging the meat on its own, not the texture, it didn't even taste good. It didn't even taste better than the Beyond, which I definitely not like either. But at least I could kind of get that to taste like something, and it can be a burger. Like I get
what maybe you should try to do like how they do meatloaf, like use breadcrumbs, oatmeal.
Yes, but
to get it to stick together.
It's in the point. Like I shouldn't have.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hear you. I'm just saying that maybe it needs something to hold it together. I don't know.
That's true.
Ooh, try making meatloaf out of it. See how that works. Granted, that meatloaf ain't a burger, but
yeah, and
you make some good meatloaf out of it. Shit, I fuck some Impossible meat up, man.
Right.
I love meatloaf.
Oh, and just for the people watching this, I'm gonna put up a picture of some actual ground beef burgers I was making. just to show you that it wasn't the skillet at all, because those came out just fine.
Or the cook.
Yeah, or the cook. Yeah.
Wasn't the skillet or the cook.
Yeah, all right.
That's one thing I'll give Al. He can make a good hamburger and a good steak and season that bitch to where I even ate it, even though it was like medium rare, whatever the fuck it was. Oh man, I was so mad you gave me that piece.
The steak, or was it country style beef rib? I think it was.
I think it was the country style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which they don't even have them up here.
You was tearing the bloody things up too.
Until I looked at it, I'm like, ah!
Bloody ribs?
What country style?
Beef ribs. Beef.
I mean, yeah, I hate that, but still.
Not pork. I mean, they're boneless ribs, but they're not like it's different. It's different. It's basically like little steak strips.
But then again, I don't like my steak lower than anything less than medium well. So,
no, yeah, these were a little. It was, well, definitely lower than medium. It was medium rare. It wasn't rare, like it wasn't cold in the middle of nothing. But yeah, I love medium rare, and I can't get that with Impossible meat. At least I hadn't been able to. I said before I tried the Impossible Whopper, and that was all right.
What sodium's in that?
I did get sick afterward after eating it, but I don't know if that was because I just wasn't used to it at that point or what. But I was sick after I ate that Impossible Whopper.
That's happened to a lot of people I know up here. Like the first time they've had it, they've ended up sick. Even EJ ended up sick.
Okay, well, that's good to know it wasn't just me. And the Impossible CEO was saying recently, like in a Zoom conference or whatever, that like kind of explaining the point of Impossible meat, because people compare it to like veggie burgers and stuff, and he's not going for vegetarian. Like, he's not trying to sell it to vegetarians. Wants to sell Impossible meat to people who enjoy meat and want to eat meat. They're trying to make a better meat so that we can cut down on emissions from
having to maintain the cows and whatnot.
Yeah, right. So
he got a little work to do.
Yeah, yeah, because that ain't it, Chief.
That ain't it.
Yeah, but that's
I'll stick with the turkey.
You stick with turkey burgers?
I'll stick
turkey.
Ground turkey and ground chicken, I'll stick with it.
Yeah.
I want to get some more ground chicken.
Not that bad.
That ground chicken I made.
Stop that.
What?
Talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Bro, he don't even eat the poultry? Come on.
No.
Y'all
he
don't want to eat any kind of meat.
Y'all can raise your own chickens now, goddamn.
He did say that if I could find some ethically raised meat, he would be open to eating it. But
y'all better utilize the backyard.
I'm going to strangle. I can give him one of these cats. Stella got enough meat for a whole family.
Stop. Don't even play like that.
I'm going to put her in a box and send it to you then. Ooh, after the podcast, I'm going to bring her in here and see if she remembers you.
What?
She ain't a dog. Yeah. How can you tell?
Al used to be able to hold the cat. Like, she'll be sitting on his chest, and he'll be like, lay it down, Stella. And she'll just lay down on his chest and sleep on him.
Oh, yeah.
She knows.
She used to Listen, that was a cat. That was a cat like that.
Nothing like that cat Tiffany Friend's house that tried to give Calvin a nipple piercing.
Oh, Pascal.
So what's
You
on the
sitting there
menu
watching
for
Game of
Halloween?
Thrones, Calvin just she got my nipple, she got my nipple.
Oh boy, that cat loved you.
What were you about to say, Amanda?
Oh, what's on the list of topics today besides my bullshit?
Oh, nothing. We were just talking, really.
Hour.
Oh, I like
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Cause I mean, I felt like we needed to catch up because I don't want to get to, try to stay on hard topics and then y'all want to talk about other stuff and the show get railroaded or whatever. So, this kind of an impromptu joint.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it.
Cause I got a couple of things like I've been holding over for when we do the show. I don't know if y'all remember I was telling y'all I had to go get tired.
What?
There was
I remember that.
There was a whole situation with getting tired. I went to the place out here like a dummy when I know people hate it. And
You talking about Savannah Tire?
Man, shut up! I wasn't gonna say what it actually was.
Fuck that, they ain't sponsoring us.
Allegedly, Savannah Tire. Awful service. Like, I went in there. I will admit, I did not make an appointment. Because I just had to get it done because one of my tires blew, and I changed the tire, put on there, and it's not far from my job. Like, it's only a couple blocks from where I work.
Oh, you went to that one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to that one because it's closed. And
trust me, the one on the south side ain't no damn better. But go ahead.
Yeah, I hear, but it's like, I need a tire. If if they got the tires, I'll go ahead, let them do it. I had all day. I wasn't worried about it. From there, I could just drop it off and walk back to work. So that was what I did. I called beforehand to see if they even had tires. Guy went through all the options with me. We picked out some tires. He was like, okay, cool. We got those in stock. Yep, we got them right here. You just bring it on in when you can. And I was like, I'll be there in 20 minutes or whatever. Got up there, all of a sudden, can't find the tires. Yeah. Like, I just talked to you. You said you had the tires. What happened to you got the tires? So he looking for tires for probably 10, 15 minutes. And I'm just like, you sure you got them? If you don't got them, just say you got them. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go in the back. And I'm going to actually look through the tires. I'm going to lay hands on them. His words. I'm going to lay hands on them to make sure that we got them. Because right here is saying that we got them. So he go in the back, check for them. And then, I don't know, 5 more minutes or so go by. He come back out. Say, we good. Like we got them. Oh, you got them back there? Yep. I just laid hands on them. I got them.
Oh.
I got him. So I was like, okay. Because I was getting ready to leave. He knew I was getting ready to leave. About to take it somewhere else.
You weren't about to leave out there with his commission.
Right? And, yeah, so I leave it there. I go ahead and get, put it down for an oil change and, alignment and all that.
Whew, Lord, I need an oil change too.
So I asked them how long it's gonna be. I think it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at that point. And they were like, oh, should be done by should be done by 3. So I was like, okay, and they were like they were gonna call when it was ready. So go back to work, go through the day at work or whatever, and didn't get no call around 3. So I called around 3, a little after 3 actually, like 3:20 or something like that, just to see. And the guy I talked to, he was like, okay, they going up now. It's going up now. They'll be through with it in about 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'll start making my way up there around that time. Then he was like, all right, yep, I should be giving you a call back in about 20 more minutes. All right, cool. I wait 30 minutes. I wait till 4:00, and when I got there a little after 4, he come another guy is coming out saying like, oh, they only had 3 tires. Like, what are you talking about? He said he had the tires. He said he went back there and laid hands on them. And that same guy was in there when he said that. So he heard it too. He's like, I know he said that, but we looked all over. We only got 3 tires. So it's like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
One of y'all need to get y'all asses up and go to that other Savannah tire and get the tires from them motherfuckers.
Exactly.
This can't be no big ass franchise. You mean tell me the other one owned by somebody else? If y'all don't get your ass down the street.
Exactly. So they had already put on 3 tires or whatever, and that was like that's like all they did. They didn't start doing an oil change or nothing till I got there. Like they hadn't done anything. And
wow.
So I had to sit up there and wait for that stuff to get done and wait to see if they were going to get a tire. Then by the end of the day, which was another hour, still couldn't get no tire. Said they have to get it in the morning. And it's like my only choice would be to tell them, take the tires off and put my busted up tires back on. All my tires were through, by the way. I ran the tires all the way into the ground. So it wasn't no telling when another one was going to go. I don't want to hear it. I was going to
ask you.
I know.
When was this the first time you got the tires changed since you had the car?
Yes.
And all the miles I put on the tires.
No. But when I bought the car, I put the tires. To be fair.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were new tires when I bought that. Car.
Still a couple years in.
Yeah.
Because I used to take his car and run that bitch to Fort Stewart all the time.
It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years since I had that car. Because it was.
Yeah, you better be lucky we don't get no damn snow.
Yeah, it was August.
Your ass would have been spinning.
2016.
That's what happened to my car. Smooth tires in the snow.
Yeah. So anyway, we ended up the guy was like, look, I can get them in the morning. You just take the car now and bring it back in the morning. We'll put that 1 tire on it. I'm going to get the tire in the morning. He's like, I'm going up there personally in the morning. I have it by 10:00. And you come up here at 10:00. You don't have to wait or nothing. You just come and I put the tire on. You can get out of here. And,
insert meme.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. But I'm sitting up there like, what other choice I got?
Yeah.
So went on head through with that. And made sure with him, I'm like, all right, man, you say 10 o'clock, I'm be up here at 10 o'clock on the dot. You're going to be here.
Not
And
10:01, not 10:02,
right.
not 10:03.
Right. He was like, yeah, man, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'm be here. No later. Like, okay, cool. So went through with that, had the, just rode it with the 3 new tires there. And that was it till the morning. Like, okay, maybe this will be all right. Get there at 10. That guy not there. Guess what? He off today. He not even working.
Oh no, they played you.
He knew damn well he wasn't working. Like,
he
why?
played you so hard.
Why would you even do some shit like that? Fucking crazy. So I come up there. I still gotta wait. And I got hot. Like, I try not to get angry or anything. Like, I was calm. I was calm as Hindu cows the whole time the day before. Like, I was cool. But they had a line in there at 10 o'clock. Everybody wait. People who made appointments, who actually had appointments, waiting on stuff that's been sitting in there since yesterday. Guy I was standing in line with said they had his car in there for 2 weeks waiting on a part.
Ooh.
Like everybody's sitting there waiting. I'm seeing people come in as I'm waiting. They just coming in to get an oil change or whatever. And I'm telling them, I'm like, if y'all ain't put y'all car in yet, go somewhere else. You don't want to put your car in. The whole time that guy just sitting on the computer. The guy who seemed like the manager, who went back there and told me he laid hands on the tire, is sitting on the computer typing away. He going crazy. Like, he cannot handle the pressure. Obviously, he's like, oh, I'm looking. I'm trying to see about getting these tires and stuff, and da 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 da. And it got to the point. He was like, he was like, asked me like what he wanted me to do about it. I was like, I want you to get me the damn tire. I've been waiting to get the tire. You told me yesterday, you looked at me in my face, told me you went in the back and laid hands on the tire. And yet I bring the car in, wait all day for them to do the work. And they didn't think to call me beforehand to tell me that they didn't have nothing but 3 tires. And then I let you get away with it. Said it was cool. I'll just come back tomorrow when you have the tire. And y'all don't have the tire. Like, go get the tire. Like, it's not that, it don't seem that difficult. And ended up, they finally got somebody from the other store to bring a tire there, which shouldn't have been that hard in the first place. But just like, man, they made me blow up in there. It got to the point where, I said some things. And that
damn,
guy,
I wish I was there.
That guy,
I know, I was about to say that.
He was so red and sweaty in the face. And he stood back from the register. He was like, okay. Excuse me, I gotta go in the back for a second. I gotta get out. Like, he could not take the pressure. And I'm like, he should not have this job. Like,
was he like the manager or something?
Yeah, it seemed so. It seemed like he was the manager because everybody was deferring to him.
It sounds like he's one of them managers who want everything to be nice, but he got a bunch of motherfuckers under him that don't give a fuck. It sound like.
No.
So you need to be.
No, it was sent. Now it's partially that because that other guy who said he was gonna be there in the morning, that was dirty. That was, man.
Yeah, that's
deplorable. Like, I
might
can't.
steal that.
I can't believe that. Like that, in the way he told me, that seemed like from the bottom of his heart, he's like, I will be here with that tire tomorrow, because he was saying it like, because he was pissed off at the other guy, at the manager, because he didn't have the stuff straight. He's like, man, I'm gonna straighten all this out for you, man. Full of shit that whole time. Anyway, they brought the tire. They finally got it together. At the end of the day, or at the end of the next day, finally had everything straight. They did all the work. Everything was good. Like, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. It could have just, like, everything just could have not gotten done. So I at least take solace in that. But it was terrible service.
Man. Well, since we on that subject, I took my car to Pep Boys a while ago. It's right up the road. Now, I've been going to Pep Boys pretty much since me and my brother lived in this apartment, because they've always been at least cheap, and it's been fast. So, no biggie. Take it up the street. So I had my brakes was scrubbing. So particularly one. So I just took it to them to do my brakes. Now I got a mechanic that I call, but I call him for the big stuff. So I was like, I ain't about to worry about some damn brakes. Man, I took that job to Pep Boys. But it was like, hey, we got a bunch of people ahead of you. We might not be able to get to tomorrow. It was Saturday. So I was just like, all right, I ain't tripping. I don't be doing nothing anyway. Okay, cool. So Sunday come. The same thing with that part mess. Like, oh, we something, I don't know, they needed to get. They didn't have the right brakes or something like that. But we gonna have it. We gonna be able to do it. We gonna be able to do it tomorrow. Okay, bet. So I call there. So I called out of work Monday because I ain't got no car. And Uber from my place to my job is about $50. Not good. So, especially at 6 in the morning. So I call up there, similar to your situation, but it wasn't there. So I'm asking the lady, like, well, look, I had the Nissan Murano. It was this and that. And he was like, oh, yeah. He told me. Yeah, they wasn't able to, they had to do a diagnostic or whatever first, and then so I was just like, okay. So he was like, yeah, he told me about it. I was like, okay, so y'all could do it. Well, we had to run it past you first. I was like, well, I didn't do that yesterday. And she was just like, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, how much is it? I'm like, it's brakes. $800. Huh? What?
What?
One break? All the breaks? What?
Say that again. Clean my ear out real quick. I think I misunderstood. Yeah, it'd be about $800. No, it'd be like $1,000 or something. I was like, whoa, what? Huh? Say that again. I was like, wait,
brakes
for the brakes?
Transmission.
I was like, for the brakes? And she was like, yeah, your brakes are bad. And I was like, what kind of brakes are they? Like, is it vibranium or something? Like, what's going on here? And she's like, oh no, you just got bad brakes. And I'm thinking to myself, only one brake was scrubbing, and it was the back rear brake, the back passenger brake. So I'm just like, I said, okay, how much just for one set, one brake? Because only the bag one need to be repaired right now. Okay, how much is that? With parts and labor, yeah, $800.
How?
Huh? I'm like, for the brakes. She was like, well, you need to get your rotor replaced too. Okay, that's $800. And she was just like, yeah, parts and labor. labor. What the fuck y'all got? Like, who the hell doing the labor?
Did you ask how much without parts and labor?
I'm like, hey, who the hell doing the labor? Will Smith? Denzel change the tires or something? Like, the fuck the labor so hard for? So I'm just like, I've never had to have rotors replaced, but I've had to have brakes replaced. Yeah. All brakes don't add up to a couple $100. So I'm really trying to figure out. So I'm like, you know what? No, thank you. And I guess she was like, excuse me? I was like, no, thank you. Give me my car. I'm ready to get my car. I want to come get my car. Okay, well, you can come and get it right now. All right, I'll be there in a minute. Bam. Took I don't know if I took an Uber or if I asked my brother to drive me. I don't remember. So I go up there to get it. And first of all, the lady seemed like she had an attitude. Bitch, I'm the one with the attitude. You trying to charge me $1,000 for some brakes. Right. Oh, here you go. Here your keys right here. I'm just like she mad at me? Like, fuck. But anyway, whatever. So I get my car, and I ain't gonna lie, I rode on it for a minute. Probably shouldn't have did that, but I rode on it for a minute. But
I got some brakes rubbing myself right now, so I can't talk.
Right.
I just been to the tire place.
Rubbing mine. But hey, by the time I finally told my mechanic they was past rubbing, they was more like
yeah, I ain't doing it. I ain't got none of that going on.
But like I said, it was just that back one, so I wasn't sweating it like that. Plus I needed time to get the money. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so I called him and told him about it. He was like, yeah, go ahead, bring him by the house. Old Jamaican guy, cool as shit. So I told him, he was like, okay, hold on, let me look at everything, man. So he looked at it, checked it out, took about maybe 15 minutes, which also blew my mind. How you check 4 tires in 15 minutes? So I don't know what Savannah Tires was doing with your car, but y'all got a whole. We outside. They got a whole garage full of shit.
Yeah.
And it took him like 15 minutes to check and look at some damn tires. The fuck. But anyway, so he was like, yeah, you need rotor on the back too, but you don't need thing on the brakes. But he was like, the other brakes ain't great, but you'll be all right for at least at the end of the year. So I was like, okay, bet. So he was like, yeah, just get the parts and bring them to me, man. And I was like, okay, how much you charging me to do it? Like he was like $120. Overall, wow. I spent $200. I spent like $250.
Yeah.
From $1,000. I said, bruh, I ain't got no stimulus check for y'all motherfuckers to get. Stop playing.
That's what they trying to do.
And I'm telling you, had to be for some breaks.
Don't tell nobody else that.
Tell nobody else that. Wrong with you.
Al, you remember when I got that Jeep?
Yeah.
I took it to that Savannah tire, and they wanted to charge me $800 to change the oil, do the transmission fluid, and the differential. I'm like, no, I'll wait till this bitch start making noise. You can change this oil right now. That was almost $200. But yeah.
I mean, usually a lot of times when you go get the oil change, they change all the other oil. I mean, all the other fluid too.
It was like $180 something for.
What happened was you was talking to the wrong person at the counter. The person you was talking to was trying to put you in a position to be like, can I just get somebody some ass for this or something? Because he was trying to put you in one of them positions because there ain't no way they're charging that much from dog oil change.
Yeah, I was the only reason I got that is because I wanted to go out to Oklahoma. Remember, Al? That's what I wanted to do. And you was like, you might can go to LaGrange with this Jeep.
You ain't gonna make it not like it is right now.
But yeah, that shit was. I ain't never paid that much. Like before I crashed my car into that tree, my friend's husband fixes cars, and to change the oil, it's $20.
Hold on,
but you gotta buy the oil and your thing.
That ain't very expensive.
Yeah, it's like $60.
Yeah, about $60.
No, it wasn't that much.
For your oil and filter?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me look right now.
Must
And
have
then, so like when he
nice
rotated my
filter.
tires, he charged me $10.
Dang.
$10 was it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how much.
And that's
I don't know if
that's
you
how I
remember the
believe I ended
guys
up
by the
crashing the
house.
car. Because I was fine driving on them tires until he rotated them, and then that's when I crashed.
I mean, on an icy road.
We had been driving that car in this snow that whole time on those same tires. And it's so weird. Like, I have driving PTSD from that shit. If the car starts to move, I can feel myself starting to panic because I'm worried I'm gonna go off the road.
You think he put You think he put them in the wrong direction when he rotated them?
Because the slickest tire, when I say slick, that bitch was as bald as I am right now. The slickest tire was in the front. No, I don't.
Our viewers don't know you don't. Hell, I don't even know you don't.
See, I got that's naked, baby. The ball tire was on the front, and he ended up putting them on the back. And I think that's where it messed up.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not mad at him. That wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was your fault for not getting new tires.
Ain't nobody paying for no damn tires. I've missed that cheap ass tire place like down the road from the house, Al.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh shoot, they'd have been bumped off. It's two 24-hour tire shops in town now. Ran by some Africans. Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, EJ still got the tires from that guy on there, and they're still holding up, which I was surprised, honestly, paying $20-something for a tire.
Good goodness. I don't think I ever paid that like that cheap. Is to pay like maybe $40.
Mm-hmm. I say I think I got tires from them for like $50-$60. So yeah, it's pretty cheap. I mean, they're used, but
yeah, but sometimes they'd be like barely used.
Because when I go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I got well, at least I've been told I got special tires on my thing, so mine always be like $100 and something a piece.
When I got tires for the Honda, I wrote them things so long the wires was coming out.
Shoot.
I was at Kroger of all places, the good fancy one across from the mall. I come back to the car and I saw the tire was swole. I said, "Ooh, shit."
Yeah.
I drove home so fast going down Victory. I mean, I went slow going down Victory. I know them folks was mad as hell at me. But to get all the tires and then his disposal fee, it was like $160, which I wasn't mad. I had the money. But they were some good ass tires. And I'm mad I sold it to that guy because I know that shit's still gonna come back and bite me in the ass.
Oh, the Honda?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was stupid, man. Like that
the
guy
cops coming to the house.
Yeah, man. Like, who does that?
Huh?
Like, she sold the car. She got the sold the car with the with the title and everything. She owned the car, and the guy never went to get the title change. Like, and he ended up getting parking tickets on the car. So when he didn't pay the parking tickets, they came to our house trying to look.
That was different when the cops came. He was
that was a different situation.
Yeah, he was out there by the mall, by the new mall, and he had got pulled over.
Oh.
And the cops come to the house to see if he was telling the truth about the car, and did they want never leave your tag on the fucking car. That's my biggest mistake.
Yeah,
because I didn't have anything to take the tag off with.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
But they wanted to make sure he was telling the truth, and did they want me to take the tag off the car and destroy it? I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I had to go down to the tow yard because they kept sending me mail and stuff about the car. I'm like, it's not my car. I have proof I sold it to this guy.
Yeah.
And I know
And-
Savannah's gonna want their money.
Yeah, and
Dang,
I don't know what they want you to do about
then
that
because
yeah, go ahead.
they were when I called the lady about the parking tickets, she was like, because I didn't have my car was still registered to me, and I had to deregister it. And I'm like, I told her plainly, just like this, ma'am, I'm sorry, but bitch, I'm not paying you. And I hung up the phone.
We don't use that kind of language here at the main issues, Amanda.
You a lie.
I am.
I'm just kidding.
Let's go back though. You didn't take the tag off because you couldn't. You didn't have a $2 screwdriver.
No, I was we met at Members First. The guy came out there to get the car. I had already cleaned the car out at Trailer Park in the parking lot. There was nothing in there. And he gave me the little $300 I was asking for it. And I got an Uber back to the house, and that was it. I assume, because he's like, oh, I'm going to get this for my daughter. I'm going to give it to her because I don't want to get her anything new and fancy. And I'm like, I wouldn't give it to my crack now uncle, but still. All right, if that's what you want to do. And that shit bit me in the...
And when you sold that car, like, at the time, I don't even know now. Like, how do you even deregister?
I was about to say, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, right. That's
because I had to do that up here with a Taurus. I had to call.
First of all, I was looking at that thing you had in your hand. I thought you were trying to show us something, but clearly not.
No, I'm just flipping it around. I had to call the Secretary of State, is what they call the DMV up here, and tell them that the car was wrecked. I couldn't. It's non-drivable. I sold it to the tow company, and they sent me a whole letter saying that I sold it and it wasn't registered to me anymore. Because even though I signed the title over to them, when it came time to register it, they would have still, been like, "Hey, it's time to register your car." Like, y'all, I couldn't do nothing with the car.
If the person who bought the car registered the car in their name, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, which usually happens. Which usually that's the first thing a person does when they buy a car. You want to get it registered in your name, because at that point there's nothing. There really isn't anything stopping you from calling on the phone. It's saying somebody just stole my car. Getting them arrested.
Lady, if I told you I sold this car to the tow company because I wrecked it, then I ought to let you know nobody's going to be driving it. Like, I wish I could show the pictures, but that thing was undrivable. Ever. Never again was somebody ever going to be able to drive it, which made me sad. I love that car. I mean, it cost
you said it was a Taurus?
Yeah, hold on.
You didn't love it that much.
Yes, I did.
You didn't love it that much.
It was my mom gave me that car. I loved it.
Rental car.
I rode that Greyhound bus for 3 days to the bottom of Oklahoma to get it. I loved it. And then I drove it all the way back to Michigan.
I cried.
Dang.
That car was dang good. And it only had like 74,000 miles when I got it.
Dang. I remember the first time I rented a car, it was a Ford Taurus, and it barely made it from Savannah to Macon and back. Barely made it.
A rental?
2.5 hour drive. Rental, yeah.
Where'd you rent it from? Please say someplace rinky dink.
It was definitely some rinky dink place, because I think I probably was 18 at the time, so I wasn't even able to rent a car. We paid some crackhead to rent the car for us or something like that. And it was a bad ride the whole time.
Yeah, That's always blew my mind. You can't rent a car, and hell, now you can't smoke and drink until you're
But you can
21.
go die in a goddamn
Yeah.
war, though.
Yeah.
Or even worse, have children. Like, oh
Yeah.
no, you can't rent this car. It's a big responsibility. You're not
But
ready
you
for
can
that.
have multiple children, though.
I think I could have rented it if I had a credit card. I think
Who
I
the
could have
fuck?
rented it. Yeah, and that time I wasn't getting no credit card. Like,
I would
no
argue
way.
90% of 18-year-olds don't have no credit cards. If they got one, they probably don't know what to do with it for real.
I will tell you, getting that credit card from Navy Federal was the worst decision of my life.
What?
Trying to rent. Yeah, that's the only reason I got the credit card was I can rent a car and run my ass up to Fort Stewart and go fucking through the barracks. That's the only reason I rented that car. And now I got all this debt because of that for a car.
With that line, we gonna tell y'all that we are gonna start a separate podcast called The Main Issues After Dark,
Oh, why?
where we discuss those kind of things, because we got too much of those stories that we can't share here on the main page that I feel we just need to express.
Might need to get bleeped out for that one.
You want to?
When I say I
can,
got-
if you want.
You can bleep the F word out so you don't get demonetized.
Oh,
that's gonna be
we ain't monetized. We ain't get monetized.
Anyway.
So.
No, we about 1 million views behind.
And this after dark thing, I got so many stories. So many.
I'm gonna have to make a persona for this thing. I can't be telling them things showing my face on this
Lord.
job.
Y'all know I
My
work for a
first one
church,
is gonna be
right?
about my first one's gonna be about Dante. Ow.
Okay.
Oh, so I finally told EJ. I was telling EJ about him last night, and I mentioned what happened the last time when he tried to come over to the house after all that stuff where that crazy little girl was messaging me. He's like, "You ought to be petty and message his wife and tell all the business." I'm like, "Don't co-sign my stuff. Don't do that. I got enough stuff going on. I don't need your help." But I surely did it though.
Lord. Wait, I want to go back to you. You were saying the Navy Federal card was the worst.
Oh
Decision.
yeah, because
What happened?
I owe them folks all that money.
What'd you do?
And then I spent all the credit. Ain't paid. I paid him like
That is not Navy Federal fault.
no. That was the worst decision of my life. Was getting it for the credit card for that reason.
Okay,
Was,
okay.
going
So this is
messing
not
around.
this is not on
No,
Navy
I'm not.
Federal at all. I think that's
No, it's not their
great
fault.
Bank.
But they had no
Okay.
business giving it to me because they could have looked at my credit history and like, come on now.
Oh yeah, they'll give a credit card to anybody. Like
Anybody.
if you get a Navy Federal account, they will approve anybody for a credit card. Like, I don't know, but 18% interest, but
Yeah.
it's a high interest rate.
Well, I need to go to them because I ain't got no credit history to speak of.
Yeah, you should, because I mean, with a credit card, as long as you pay off the balance when it's due, no interest. Like you don't pay any interest. You just pay back whatever you owe, and that's it.
That's where I went wrong.
It's like getting a loan. Like
Which
getting
is
a
crazy.
loan-
I
it's
got
like
all those
getting a loan
loans.
from a friend. You know.
Because I got all those loans from Members First, and I paid them back no problem. I get this credit card, and all of a sudden, I don't know how to pay nobody.
What is Members First? What is Members First?
It's a credit union here in Savannah.
Okay.
It used to be Chatham. Chatham Federal, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I know what Chatham
changed-
Federal is.
Yeah, it changed the Members First because they joined. They joined
Sounds like a club.
Well, I think it's across Georgia because it's in Atlanta too. So yeah, I think they just joined up with a bigger credit union, and it's been pretty great too.
I need to get them to close my account, but I gotta fill out this paperwork and send it to them. I ain't got time for that.
It shouldn't be that difficult, man.
I got $8.67. Y'all could keep it. Just close it.
Yeah.
It's funny when I come up here and I had to, because we got a sister branch up here of Members First, I was like trying to tell him where the main members first was, and this lady could not pronounce Decatur. She called it Decatur, and I thought that was so funny. I'm mispronouncing everything up here, but half the stuff up here I can't say it.
Huh.
They people be mispronouncing the Savannah streets and stuff. Man, I heard people mispronounce Abercorn and Doreen and all that stuff so much.
True. I remember when I used to ride the bus. The bus wasn't even saying the streets right. The the little electronic voice they call out.
Like that Caleb video. Get out of the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What?
Like,
he's so funny.
Now approaching.
I don't like him without his
Abercorn.
glasses.
What's that?
But he got to do multiple characters, so he got to take them off.
I don't like.
She don't like him without his glasses.
Oh man,
he's
Bruh,
so much cuter with them on.
That last video he did, the one I put in the group, man, that had me think about
watch it yet, man.
You ain't watch it, bro. That had me think about you, Calvin, when we was talking about space and stuff. Well, not necessarily when we be talking about space, but like when you was when we was talking about the Neil deGrasse Tyson book, and you was like, man, yeah, he broke that job down so good. I still ain't know what the hell he was talking about. I was like, what? I didn't learn nothing from the book. I was like, everything he was talking about, I already knew. Oh, man, that shit had me dying laughing. I just knew. I was like, damn, I got something out of that. I ain't learned nothing. I ain't knew what the hell he was talking about still.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that just had me dead.
Still ain't got nothing. I had to read. I read it twice. And listen to the audio book. I'm still just like, it's like when he explained it.
Amanda, you know we can see you.
What's she doing?
She making faces and stuff.
I'm bored. I'm trying to make my mouth move so I can think about something else other than eating food. Because that cookie, it did a little something, but I'm trying to eat some dang cauliflower.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we already there on time. Want to go ahead and be done with it for the day. You had something.
No, I want to talk about the ancestry test.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to remember what it was, Amanda was supposed to be talking about. Yeah, let's cover that.
Okay, so I have been debating on getting one of these tests for years because I didn't want the government to have my spit until I realized, well, bitch, you're a felon. They already got you. So I'm like, all right, I'll just wait, for a sale to come along like Father's Day because it's usually half off. So
Which being the felon story is we're going to cover on another episode.
That can be on the After Dark.
Bet.
Because it's going to get juicy.
Even better.
So I get the test and I put a picture on my Facebook and my mom messaged me. She's like, did you take the test yet? And I'm like, no, I literally just got it. She's like, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, oh, shit. She said, would you hate me if you were something else other than what you've known your whole life? And I'm like, bitch, what you mean?
She's like, black and white.
Amanda ain't black. Oh, you ain't gonna never get the end of it.
She was like, yeah, because I was messing with several different men, and one of them was a white man. I said, I don't think he's the one. But that made I didn't take the test for a week. I didn't spit in that tube because my nerves were so bad. My stomach was messed up. Do you know how it feels to go your whole life already not knowing who your dad is, not knowing any of your family? All I know is my mom, her sisters, and my grandma. I don't know anybody beyond. I don't know my mom's aunts. I don't know any uncles. Well, besides her brother. But now to come to find out, the person which I've been trying to search for this guy for years, that she said in the beginning might be my dad, to find out that it may not be him. Like, I'm just tracking the test as it moves to Utah. Like, my nerves are so bad. And honestly, I'm kind of scared. And what I'm going to do is when I get the email that my results are ready, I'm going to view them first, but I'm going to record my face so I can see my reaction. And then I'm going to look through all my, family. But I'm related to people that I have no idea exist. There's a whole other side
and probably
of me.
vice versa.
That I have no idea who they are. Besides my mom's side, which was nothing but a bunch of British and Danish and some Scottish, which would explain why I love, gloomy weather and hot tea with, sugar in it.
Wait, so you got the results back already?
No, I'm saying when I get the results back. I just sent it off like a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you got it back and found that out. Okay.
I wish.
This is probably not the best time to share this kind of scientific fact to everybody, but it is possible you could have more than one father's DNA.
I would be so cool then. Like, bitch, I got 2 daddies. I want 2 checks now. Hey, whoever my pops is, if he's on Ancestry, I'm going to hit him up like, hey, I'm going to need you to cut me a check. I got some bills, pops. I'm going to need to come to the... Man, I said I could be Mexican, and she was like, well, I don't know. Wouldn't that be some shit?
that would be hilarious.
Ooh, boy.
Cause you be on your Black Power stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna feel fake. I'm gonna be the new Sean King.
Well, the what you were saying about like not knowing your family and stuff. I as far as I know most of my family. I mean, it's probably a person or two here or there that I don't know, but for the most part, I know all my family. And of course, you don't like everybody in your family, but I never thought about how I would feel not knowing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, man. I guess that's one of those type of things you can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? It either you been there or you haven't.
Yeah, and it's just, I was thinking about running a contest on my Facebook and just like making up a bunch of different things I could be, and whoever picks the right answer or like the right percentages, I'm gonna give them like some Cash App money. Just make it fun. And my mom's like, hey, don't show everybody first. You make sure you look at it yourself and then show everybody. So I'm like, when I say I'm nervous, I'm really nervous. Like, I've lost a lot of sleep over this.
You know what? You could have, first of all, why go to Ancestry? You could have made some money off of this. Go to Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Is he even still? I don't watch TV no more, so I don't know what's going on.
As long as I know he was still doing it. He don't do anything else but the DNA test now. It's such a niche thing that everybody like. That's all he does. Yeah. He almost never does none of the other stuff.
I used to love when he'd have, hey, can you tell if this person's a man or a woman? Until I realized how awful that was. But that used to be one of my favorite.
Yeah, they don't
segments.
do that. They don't do that no more either. That's the what's the one that was messing with all the rappers once upon a time? Sydney Starr. She was on like Jenny Jones or Ricky Lake or one of those once upon a time. Like, that's kind of how she got outed, because she had been like known in the celebrity ring for a minute and got pictures with all these guys, all these rappers and singers and stuff. Yeah. And then she did that episode, and everybody just knew she was a girl. She was just like, "No, I want her." Everybody just like, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, she was born a man.
Yeah.
But I assume she was post-op or post-bottom surgery.
Yeah, flower surgery.
Well, she later came out and was saying because like she took a picture with somebody else, and I think she's on one of them. She's on one of those reality shows now, like Atlanta Housewives or Love and Hip Hop, one of those fucking bullshit. But she came out later on and said on there that she never slept with any of those people. She was just always in the mix.
Oh, okay.
She just took pictures with them all the time, so people just assume she slept with them because she took the pictures, and she never said that she didn't. So, but she ended up coming out later on saying that she never slept with any of them. Which, let's face it, we still don't believe that shit either. So whatever.
Quacks like a duck.
Aflac.
Okay.
I feel like I was finna say something else, but
Yep.
my world's just cats and makeup right now. I don't know what's going on no more.
Yeah, and cats wearing makeup with the little fake 3D head you sent in the group chat as soon as we started recording.
What?
I need to make a profile for people to follow me if they would like to follow me on this.
It'd be nice if you use your real name instead of that.
I'm telling you.
No,
but it'd be so hard finding you that look like you just leaned on the keyboard and it was like, yeah, let's put that there.
Right.
Oh, that one.
How you even get it in another language? Like,
oh, that's what it is. It don't show up as another language on mine. It just look like gibberish.
That shish kebab one. That is like the third iteration of that name. The first one I had was actually in Cyrillic, and somebody reported me, and they took it down for being, I guess, like thinking I was trolling. Which, of course, what else is Facebook for?
Thinking
but
you were trolling. No, you were trolling.
That's what I'm doing now with this one name I'm using. Messing with these.
That's why you don't use your real name.
I mean, I got one with my real name. This is like got my mom and EJ's mom on there.
Skank Hunt. what it was?
Skank Hunt 42.
Yeah, Skank Hunt
42.
What? From South Park.
Speaking of South Park, whenever they come out, I know that shit's gonna be good with all this stuff that's going on.
What?
You ain't never lied. I'm so thirsty for South Park to come back. You ain't Atlanta too.
Atlanta too. Is Atlanta coming?
Yeah, he been saying he was making the third season. He just needed a break because he had just came out with that album.
But I mean,
time 2 drop.
Yeah, but I mean, is it dated? Is it?
No, they said they said they were supposed to start recording this year, but this was also before COVID.
Oh, so we don't even know. Okay.
Nope.
I forgot what I was going to say again. Go figure.
Can't be doing that. That's my job.
I said it in the group chat. No, I said it earlier.
Amanda taking my thing. I'm supposed to forget.
It's too much. I was about to say something. I'm gonna save that for the after dark. Oh, I can't wait for that. I'm so excited.
Okay, well, we'll plan to do that at some point soon. But
Fortnite. So I've been playing on the
Kill the feed. I've
been playing on the computer, right?
Mute.
In the last 3 days, I've gotten 57 first places.
Damn.
Yeah.
Word?
Jeez.
Okay.
Like, if I could actually
in solo or what?
In squads and duos.
Oh, so you getting carried the whole time? Okay.
I didn't want to say it, but
no, because my friend Matt's just as bad as I am. And then we play with his 8-year-old son. All he wants to do is go get the grappling gun from the authority. He ain't helping.
What?
Shout out to Wesley. The
new areas. It's new areas out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's all flooded now. And everything's changed around.
So it's boats now?
I mean, it's been boats. Oh, and cars are coming, but then you're going to have to gas them up and stuff, which I don't know when it's coming, though. I should really stream that.
All that made me think about was Friday the 13th.
Yeah, you should stream that and make a regular name for your whatever your streaming account gonna be, or YouTube
It's gonna
page
be.
or whatever.
I'm gonna get a bunch of letters off the keyboard, throw it in the air, and
See
pick
what
whatever
you come
lands.
up with.
Yep.
That's all I was gonna say. Oh man, you know what? This has been fun today. I didn't even realize what time it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun when we do this, when we finally get to doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to work out something where we could make sure that we get it done regularly, because we all work. Well, not we all, but
What was that? Well, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Like in the last 3 weeks, I've worked twice at the restaurant because the people are canceling and the border is still closed to Canada, and we get a lot of guys from Canada, and they're not able to come.
Oh, I didn't know y'all open back up.
Yeah, oof, yeah. Supposedly, I'm supposed to work from start on July 7th, and it's going to be like every day for the next 2 weeks after that. But the girl that runs the kitchen just messaged me the other day and said the 7th is maybe, and maybe the 8th and 9th. But after that, people are still canceling because down in Lansing, people went to a bar shoulder to shoulder. At the time of the article, 85 people got the corona. And one of the guys that was coming to the restaurant, his son was there. So he canceled. And I said, Jess, there's no way we haven't had somebody with corona not come through this restaurant.
Right.
And EJ does not want, he begged me not to go the 2 days I did go. He really does not want me to go.
Y'all got
and
they
offer. He's making like $15 now. That's all right. And rent's only $200. I mean, we're all right. Not the comfortable way I like to be buying all this makeup, but
at the hardware store?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because he was the one that lasted longer than everybody else. His work ethic is great. But what the fuck was I talking about? My sim just reset. Oh yeah. My sim just cleared all its actions.
You over there playing The Sims?
No, I'm the sim.
Oh, okay.
See, I got the little triangle right here.
Okay, I was like, what?
I was gonna do it, but I was like, I don't think I'll be able to pay attention.
Don't doing that.
And we're only operating at 50% capacity, and it's just with all these Canadians canceling and stuff, and nobody's if there's only 20 people, they don't really want to open the kitchen because it's going to cost way more to run all that stuff. And then we have to throw away that food. If there's nobody eating the next day, we can't save the fish and stuff, the potatoes. It's so iffy. But the good thing is I can get the underemployment, but because I just got terminated from this job, I have to wait before I can file it because I'm still getting money from them.
Oh, you got terminated?
Yeah, they terminated it. I went to log in to check my pay stub, see when I was getting paid. And it's like, hey, fill out this termination survey. And I'm like, termination survey?
So why? Because the job was over, or you did something wrong?
No, that one job, it ended up being nothing but sales, and that's not what I signed on to do. I'm not a salesman, and I don't agree with pressuring the parents to sign those kids up for school when it's such a stressful time right now. Like, we had 7 minutes to close the deal. I'm not with that. So I said, hey, I want to resign from this position because XYZ, and I listed all the reasons, and like 2 days later, bam, terminated.
Well, great.
From the whole thing.
Well, great. They terminated you. You might be able to get unemployment, because if you would have just quit, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I know I'll be able to get it, because I specifically asked him when I first started, if I file for unemployment, will I get it from you guys? Say, yeah, they never fight it.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Big bucks, no whammies.
And if you get, I ain't gonna say that on here. Am I?
Speak up.
What?
Couldn't hear you.
No, I was saying something about somebody else because if you get unemployment, I know somebody
See
else.
why he
can.
couldn't get it? Because even before I started working for that work from home thing, and it was just a restaurant, even though I hadn't worked, I had already gotten the initial unemployment from September to like the end of February. I still got this extra unemployment. He can file for the PUA. I don't see why when you said that earlier, it didn't make no sense.
I honestly don't even think he filed. I don't think he tried. Like,
he's probably trying to ride out and see.
All right, we said our piece.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So we gonna go ahead and get out of here. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, anything possible you can do to show that you mess with us, and we'll see you next time. Sooner than it has been. All right. Peace.